and hard in the wall.
Major crash here on the front stretch. A car upside down. That's Bill Elliott. And Dale Earnhardt was on his side as he came down through the tri-oval. A major crash here at the tri-oval. Car still.
We see a wheel rolling across the racetrack. Knocked the wheel off somebody's car. There's Elliott. Ward Burton gets in the side of Earnhardt. Just touches him. Elliott in there on the roof, sliding across. We see Chad Little going down, hit Michael Waltrip. The 3 car gets banged from Jerry Nadeau, I think. Elliott's car now back on its wheels. We see Schrader down on the inside. Bobby Hamilton, heavy damage to Schrader's car.
Chad Little involved. Wow. A scary moment here at Talladega. Again, we take a look at Ward Burton making slight contact with Dale.
Oh, and Bill hit that wall so hard.
Waving at James Busher behind him. Oh, we got trouble.
No, look out. Carl Edwards turns, and we've got multi-cars into the wall. Leffler's involved in this. The 62 have gone. The 21 of Boyer.
I'm just ready to say something. I'm just ready to say something. You?
Patrick Sheltra involved.
This is where you don't bump draft right here. And you can see Carl Edwards got hit in the rear right there. Oh, my goodness. He got hit by a lot of cars here. See, it turns into a huge crash. That goes back to a little bit of the inexperience that we're talking about. There's just places on this with these bumpers not line up. You see, he just lifted the rear wheels off the ground.
Well, Stenhouse was excused from last week's team meeting. I'm not sure he's going to be excused from this week's.
That's obviously not the case right now. Still 4 remaining, but Bodine trying to make his move to the outside, and we have trouble on the back straightaway.
Problems for the 14 and the 5. Now they all bottle up behind them. The 16's into the wall. Hornaday, your championship leader, is into the wall. A lot of damage on the back stretch. Oh, and Max Pappas gets into the 5 of Mike Skinner as they're slowing down the back stretch. Take another look. This is real time.
That's just, I mean, it's really difficult to assess exactly who to blame that on. I mean, Skinner was trying to pull over a little bit. Johnny was in there a little bit. They got together, and it caused a big crash.
Oh, trouble!
Mears in front of the field.
Oh, and Scott Riggs on his roof.
Oh, Riggs. Man, there's been a lot of cars getting on the roof lately. There you see the 41 car, the 12 lines up. We talked about this bump drafting thing. He wasn't lined up straight when he hit the 41 car. The 41 car was just a little bit to his left. You got to give him a straight shot. And this was coming through the tri-oval, which is another problem.
And the 16 car, another Nextel Cup point contender, involved in the crash.
As was Rusty Wallace in the 2. You can't bump draft somebody when the car is turning.
Right behind Mike Wallace.
Stay up on us. Stay up. Easy, back it down as much as you can.
Wow, not what you want to see out of your windshield.
Oh my gosh.
Keselowski's got like on the hard side. Look out, they're going to go around.
Stay behind.
Oh, big crash. Oh, and up into the wall. Look out. The caution is out. The race will finish. And it looks like Brad Keselowski is going to get the race win.
See McMurray trying to get in line right here, right behind Harvick. Just not enough room. Yeah, and he had to check up for just a second because he was on the right rear quarter of Kevin Harvick.
And then once he goes around, the chaos.
Wow.
Look at Setzer.
Wow.
Good to see him get out of that car, but that catch fence does its job.
Well, and remember, they raised the catch fence after last year's race here. Also stretched it out over the racetrack. You're right, it did its job. Another view.
See right there, Jamie Murray just trying to get in. He was going to try to get there and push Kevin Harvick.
You got to remember an opening. They're coming to the checker flag, so they're not going to let off.
Let's go on board with Justin Allgaier. Just listen.
2 outside. 2 up, spin in front of you. Watch him clear the bottom.
Of Talladega's turns in the number 41 Chevy. Trouble in turn number 1. Mark spins out of control. The whole pack is involved. Cars tumbling through the air. Over on twisting around and hit again as it comes back to the bottom of the racetrack in the corner. A savage crash in turn 1. Several cars involved.
I remember waking up in Birmingham Hospital, and they had a small TV in the room, and I saw a clip of the wreck. And I said to my wife, boy, I feel sorry for that son of a gun. I had no idea how bad it was. I had no idea how ugly it looked. I actually hit the wall upside down, and it hurt. And I thought, man, it got really quiet, and I thought, well, that was bad, but at least it's over. What I didn't realize was at the time I was in the air, and then it just started, you know. And once I got caught up in the fence, it sort of got ugly.
They complained about their cars, and they raced pretty darn good.
Uh-oh, Kyle caught up the field. Accordion's back.
Whoa, man.
Trouble. Stewart in the wall.
Here we go. Here we go.
Robbie Gordon's in it. The 33. Harvick is around.
Here we go, guys.
The big one.
It's just a matter of time. At least 20 cars.
Now watch Kyle Petty on the right side of your screen.
Right back here. Here's Kyle.
He's trying to find a place in line, and everybody scrambles.
Mike Wallace in the 33 up against the wall there.
Elliott Sadler flying toward the inside wall.
Takes a hard hit on that inside wall, guys. That is a heavy hit.
Mark Martin, Terry Labonte.
Now, watch. Here's Bobby Labonte right back here. Watch this. Bang.
Oh, that was Mayfield.
Mayfield come across and got him. I'm sure he thought he had made it through.
Elliott Sadler took that hard hit, but he's okay. Matt Kenseth is out of the car and okay. Bobby Labonte has climbed out.
29 and the 31, both the Childress's cars.
Steve Park has climbed from his car, and so has Dave Blaney.
10 car on pit road with damage.
From Tony Stewart. Nudge, wall, mayhem.
There's nowhere to go.
Here we go. You can see Vickers right there in the middle. He's up towards the front of the pack because Dale Jr. is the leader of the race. Oh, right there. Man. Yeah, tire blows.
Well, he just gets misses the 31. 9 cars involved into the 38.
Look at Bobby Labonte. He's fishing his way through that. I'm telling you, he missed 2 or 3 guys by inches. Then you see Martin Truex had a hard lick on that inside wall.
How did the 31 not get hit here? Watch the car come across right to Burton, right there.
Ooh, that was
goodness.
close.
Well, didn't we say in the top of this you had to be lucky? So that's one of those times it was lucky. You see Terry Labonte spinning down through there in the 45 car.
If the leader takes the white flag under green, the next flag will end the race. Oh, around goes Newman. Newman up into Logano. 5 cars into the wall. 7. Caution.
Caution is out. The race is not complete. Not complete.
Had to get to the white flag to be complete.
What did we say 30 laps ago? You said, Darrell, not sure if you want to be around Ryan Newman. His luck here is not very good. Labonte up high, 4 wide.
4 wide is usually not a very good thing.
The 20 car of Logano gets into the back of Ryan Newman, and the 39 started this whole mess.
I almost wonder if the 39 of Newman didn't say, oh, we're 4 wide, and maybe even eased out the throttle a little bit. You're going to see this, and here's the 39 right out here.
4 wide. You see there's plenty of room
plenty
right there.
Plenty of room. I think that Logano just got in. I think Logano thought he could give him a push, clear that pack of cars, and go to the front. And he got him in the wrong place. We saw Carl Edwards do this to Greg Biffle here a couple of years ago.
It's a blue car right in the middle of the screen.
Oh, no! We have a problem. And it's the crash that we had hoped would not happen. And look at the mess right here at the start-finish line. Too numerous to count.
I mean, there's just nowhere to go. I saw the Bobby Labonte, our point leader, trying to get his car going. He's trying to drive back down the pit road the wrong way. 32 car, right there is where the trouble's going to start. He makes contact with Robbie Gordon. He goes down, hits, I guess that's the 7 of Michael Waltrip, and then, look, there's just no place to go as those guys come across the racetrack. As the smoke goes up, there's nowhere to go except in the side of another car.
And from another angle, watch the contact between the tied car and the one running right beside it. Right there.
And the 40 car of Sterling Marlin goes in the back of Robbie Gordon, which turns him around.
But Marlin, although he may have gotten some damage in the front end, was able to get through it.
And look at that debris up there in front of these cars.
But yesterday we saw a mechanical problem that caused the big one. Right, Johnny Sauter running fourth, cut down a tire, trouble, turn one, hard a car in the wall, and spinning down to the bottom. There's going to be 10 or more cars involved. Johnny Benson.
Darrell, I believe the 12 car, Ryan Newman, looks like he was out of shape, maybe starting to get loose by himself.
And Newman almost flipped over.
Remember, he had that hard crash at Daytona where he got on his roof back in February.
I can't imagine that there wasn't some sort of contact that started that, because that looked so violent. Man, that car was almost on its top right there. It hit that wall a ton.
Rusty Wallace, his teammate, the 2 cars involved.
As they come through, watch for the last 2 cars, which I believe, there's Earnhardt Jr. up high getting through with Schrader and Tony Raines. Jr. and Raines are the last 2 to get through from Rusty Wallace.
Ryan Newman's tire right there bouncing over the fence.
There's Dale Jr. right there. Look at him.
Nemechek goes by Hamlin, or tries to.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work. Here we go again, boys. And Casey up and over Mears. Goes Casey Mears.
What a day. I don't think I've ever seen I've been here, coming here for 30 years. I've never seen a day like this.
That was ugly. Hamlin got turned and squeezed up into 2 cars on the high side, one of which was Mears.
There he is. See Joe up on the outside there in the 87 car.
Look at the white lines. You see Joe move over.
Yeah. He just was trying to, I think he thought he had him cleared. Spotter may have even told him he was clear. Boy, that 38 car, Casey Mears, it took a ride right there. Stayed on its lid, didn't start tumbling. That's one good thing.
And the good thing, Darrell, I never saw a car hit him after he was on his roof sliding.
Saw David Green involved. This is from Kevin Harvick.
Harvick actually has quite a bit of damage right in the center of the nose.
You all right?
Yeah, if he didn't bust a radiator, they might.
Yeah, we need a radiator, boys.
I think that answered that.
From David Stremmy's car.
That's amazing.
And he's one of the lucky ones, Stremme.
Well, Darrell, a 737 will, of course, it's designed to take off, but it will take off at, what, 160 some miles an hour. These cars are running 185, and the roof flaps do their job to keep that car from getting way up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, that all happened so fast, I don't think the roof flaps ever even had a chance.
No, 71, Kevin LePage involved. We did not count him as being part of this.
Leading the race, Jay Sauter, and everything's going fine. You think you're in the right place, doing a good job. All of a sudden, a bunch of cars go by you on the outside.
And you're still wide open.
Say, roll, what?
Whoa, trouble.
Boy,
the 2-car upside down, over and on to Scott Briggs.
It's the big one.
Oh, boy, who is that still flipping?
Sauter. It was Johnny Sauter.
There's not anybody left.
I mean, I only see about 4 or 5 cars that are coming around through 3 and 4 right now that were not in this race. They see Mike McLaughlin in 18. They're still getting upside down people, cars driving under cars. There has to be 25 cars over there.
Watch the 2-car.
What caused this?
Oh, Meal got into Riggs.
It looked like Riggs had to maybe back out of the throttle a little bit because Kenny Wallace's car washed up as they come off the exit of turn 2 right there, the 48 car. Right here, this is turn 2. Kenny Wallace, the 48 car right there.
Oh, I don't know. It looked like Shane Meal possibly just got into the back of the 10 car.
The 47 car, yeah.
Yeah, got into Riggs. Look at that 2 flipping. Looks like Rusty Wallace's flip in the number 2 Winston Cup car here not many years ago.
And when it hit the grass, it even tumbled more. There's Randy LaJoy. Greg Biffle.
Oh, Biffle.
There's
Jay
Sauter. Kerry Earnhardt.
There's everybody. Jack
Sprague, our point leader.
And the track's completely
Tim Sauter. All the Sauters.
I think we did the right thing by saying who wasn't in it.
Once these cars start making pit stops, which won't be too long. Look at Michael Walter on the outside, and Stewart and Skinner almost get it together. Oh, they're in the grass. Oh, and here goes Skinner across in front of all these cars. This circle sends Jim Gordon to the wall. Chad Little, Rusty Wallace.
Let's take a look at what happened again. Here they are moving off of corner number 2. Watch the right of your screen.
Mike Skinner and Tony Stewart right in here are going to make contact. And somehow they get in the grass. And Skinner turns right across the racetrack. There we see Jeff Gordon coming directly into him. All of a sudden, Gordon loses control, goes up, pant, hits the wall, and Rusty Wallace and also Ernie Irvin drive in the right side of Jeff Gordon's car. There we see Chad Little spinning down to the inside. John Kernan.
Michael Waltrip in the 55 into the picture, pushed by Casey Mears. Kenseth with Harvick behind him. Oh, there's contact. Stewart into the middle of the pack and over.
Fortune's out.
Stewart in the 14.
You can see Tony just a little bit late in making that move to get back down. Harvick and Kenseth on the outside had a run, so they were literally going to go by him on both sides.
Watch the 2. The championship leader somehow avoided getting really torn up in that.
See, it looked like Martin Truex was going to get through there. Bobby Labonte caught him right at the end.
They waited all day to do it, but it was big when it happened.
Yes, sir. See Michael Waltrip just barely catching the left rear quarter panel of Kevin Harvick. Get him involved. Stewart's car upside down on top of Casey Kane's number 5.
Down here, Greg Biffle, Kyle Busch, both of them kind of describing amongst the laugh and probably a big sigh as well.
Oh, there they go. There we go. There was no way.
Oh, it's Kurt Busch up and over. Boyer's in it. Bobby Labonte's in it. Stremmy's in it. Jeff Gordon down to the grass.
Nothing else coming from behind you.
And Kurt Busch went over and over.
Boyer, McMurray.
They're just, guys, I'm with Denny. And, you know, having been in these situations several times, there's no way you can race that way and make it.
17.
Yeah, and running out of time. I mean, he's, you know, desperate. And you see the 36 move down just a little bit. And Yaley and Stenhouse thought he could squeeze by on the, next to the wall, and he just couldn't make it. And this kid's ugly. Watch his thing.
Right on top of Ryan Newman.
Hadn't Ryan Newman had cars on top of him before here?
I think the 2009 race.
I think you're right.
Brad Keselowski and Carl Edwards coming to the checkered flag.
Boyer's 15 comes up, clogs the track. Both Labonte brothers involved. Stremme.
Jamie
Number of those
McMurray.
smaller teams on the way to a good finish here.
Jeff Gordon sliding down through the mud.
Now watch the 36. The red and white car comes up just a little bit. And that contact with Stenhouse was enough. Then he comes down into Ambrose, and it's on.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. in that 88 just squeezed by.
There's Danica. She almost went over.
You see Danica up and against the wall with Terry Labonte.
Michael Waltrip in the 55 just barely squeezed by.
Well, Brad Keselowski's won here.
Car to the wall, turn one hard.
Oh, that's going to be big. Big.
Oh, huge wreck.
Everybody.
They're still running into each other. Newman's on fire.
13 cars got away. Everybody else is in it.
Drive from that 27. Just gets him in that left rear.
Got him on that left rear.
It doesn't take much.
Can't do it.
You can do that a little bit in the corner where the car's loaded up, but on the straightaway, you got to be real careful. Look like just as the 41 was getting there, the 48, moved just a little bit, and that's all it took, that little bit of contact.
Boy, you just cannot push on that left side.
Go on board here, or from the outside of 48. Right there. Wow, great camera work.
Tight shot. Watch this.
Right up into Paul Menard.
Just gets it a little bit on that corner, and it turns a 48 dead right.
Yeah, it was sort of like the 48 was turning a little bit to the right. The 41 was turning a little bit to the left, and that little bit of contact.
What a shame. Look at all those cars.
You can see the hood flap coming up in the air on the 41 as he got close to the 41. So you're also losing front downforce if you're the car behind. You're taking the air off of the car in front of you. Really lightens the back of that car up as well.
Johnny Sauter, he won at Daytona earlier this year. Can he do it again? They wreck behind him. They're rolling behind him. Now the 88 spins. Thor Sport is going to win. It's going to be Johnny Sauter that will get the win, but they wreck behind him.
Matt Crafton has not got to the start-finish line yet.
And they're still wrecking. Crafton does slide by the start-finish line. The 32 of Miguel Paludo was upside down. It's on fire now.
Somebody hit Kyle Busch really hard late in that crash. Just as they crossed the start-finish line, the front of his truck is tore off.
Matt Crafton, let's take another look.
That's Jeb in the black truck.
Being pushed by Miguel Paludo. He got pushed sideways into Kyle Busch.
That sends Busch sideways. Dakota Armstrong in the 60 was able to stay clear up high.
Watch Paludo flip over when Kyle gets on the right rear of his truck.
See David Starr go by.
Kyle
Chris Fontaine going by. Justin Lofton in the 6 truck. There's Clay Greenfield in the 68. John West Townley in the 7 going by on the inside.
I think there might be one more impact for...
Yeah, Kyle Busch did get hit one more time.
Kyle Busch, I'm thinking maybe it was the...
We watched, though, the 32 still upside down. He'll end up rolling just at the end as he gets hit one more time here.
Yeah. The sliding down the racetrack isn't that bad. It's the landing on the racetrack that hurts you in a flip.
Riding along with Crafton. He gets tagged. Around he goes. Until they came into the tri-oval and this happened.
Yeah, those guys behind had so much momentum coming. Miguel Paludo was pushing the 4 of Jeb Burton and just pushed him sideways right into Kyle Busch.
And Kyle Busch slides down and he hits the inside wall right there.
That truck hit hard on the inside wall, broke the wall.